So this is Nick here with another Nick's Collectables. What you're looking at right now, my Christmas tree, it is up! Just kidding. What you came here to look at today, I bet, is Boba Fett. This is the SH Figuarts figure from Return of the Jedi. This is the one we're going to be looking at today. This guy is the legend that kind of started it all. The very first Mandalorian we ever saw on the show, starting out in the holiday special, along with his armor changing around into the one that we see today. Now, you probably know this guy. You probably love this guy. You probably know he didn't do jack in the movie. But he spawned a legend. And that legend is The Mandalorians, which is probably your favorite show on Disney Plus today. And I know it's quickly becoming one of mine. I just saw my first episode today. Oh my God, so good. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But first, stick around. We're going to take a look at this guy. Hang tight. We kind of got Boba Fett here, got him a little bit better lit up so you can kind of see what all's in the package on it. The first thing you notice, he's got a very kind of streamlined package. Looks very much kind of like the classic Star Wars figures look, just in a SH Figuarts package. You can already see just inside the packaging on it that Boba Fett has a ton of detail. You've got his carbine rifle, you've got a bunch of various different hands on it. He's got a lot of detail on him, just himself. Along with the little pieces that look like they might actually come off or move in some way. If I go ahead and turn him around just a little bit here, you can kind of see you've got a portrait of him right there. And then if I turn him all the way around, you can kind of get a look at some of the pictures of him from the movie and various different poses and just kind of how badass he actually looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get him taken out of the box. We're going to take a look at all of his accessories on it. I'm going to let you know what I like, what I don't like, and which parts are a little bit delicate just in case you guys get one. That way, hopefully, you don't break him. So let's get to it. Alright guys, here we are. I've got him out of the package here, and we got him just stood up basically. The one thing that I noticed as soon as I took him out of the package is that he has an incredible feel of like a quality figure. He looks and feels fantastic. The plastic feels like it's a really high quality. I apologize for the mess of my layout here. I really need to clean this up. It's been kind of a wreck for a while, so I apologize for all like the dust particles and crap that's distracting. But the one thing you'll notice here is you can see all his various different hands here that all attach to him, and you have his blaster carbine. You also have a few things that remove on him. His cape over here will remove. His little tassels here from some of his bounties, from some of his kills will remove. And those are the main pieces that I found that will actually remove. He has a couple of side pouches like here and over here, and those will move up and down. Also, the antenna here will come down. A lot of things that people don't know about Boba Fett is, one, these braids have no practical purpose. They were basically just there as reminders of his kills, of how hard he is to kill and how hard he's worked to where he can get today. The antenna itself is not only allows him to intercept and interpret communications, it also drops down, which you don't ever really see in the movie as far as I know, so that he can enhance his targeting system. It's very good for sniper rifling. The other thing that I noticed on him that I was kind of disappointed with, now we're talking kind of about his accessories and the parts of him, is he did not come with any flames to attach to his flamethrower piece that's part of his armor, and he didn't come with any flames for his jetpack. He also did not come with any kind of stand to have him jetpack up in any way and do any dynamic pose that way. So if you want to do that with this figure, you're probably going to have to get it like a third-party stand, or if you have any Figma figures, I think those are stout enough to hold him. I'm going to try that during this video just to see if it works. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick him up. We're going to move him a little bit closer so you can guys get a better look at him. I mean, there's the detail in his helmet. You can actually see that it's very reflective. If you kind of turn him around a little bit and kind of point his arm, I'm going to try to get this angled a little bit better. You can see he's got the wrist rocket there, and then if I move him out a little bit, you can kind of see the flamethrower portion too. That's super cool. If you move him this way, I'm going to move it back a little bit so that I'll get a little bit more in focus on it. You can see the Mandalorian symbol maybe if I put him down. Right there. Yeah. So you can see that there. here's his little pouch, which actually shows up better if I take this part off. This is his shoulder cape. This actually comes right off here, if I can get it. Oh, be very careful when you're doing this, by the way. You can see it's got a small little peg there, like that. And then his shoulder is kind of exposed. You can see where it pins in right there, and you can get a better look at the Mandalorian symbol and the detail on the side of his helmet. They really went all out. They've even got the bullet hole from where he'd been hit on the helmet before that he never actually took care of. You can see that these kind of move up and down. That gives you a little bit more movement in the legs here. Now, if I continue rotating him around, you can actually see the backpack, the jetpack right here. These actually turn and adjust a little bit. This does not come off as far as I know. Oh, I left plastic. There we go. And you can see he's got that kind of traditional finish to the Mandalorian helmet there. That's very much in keeping with what they did on the Mandalorian. I feel like they researched this particular armor a lot to do that. Then if you turn him around a little bit more, you can see his antenna here. If you grab onto this, be very gentle with this when you move it, guys. That actually comes down. I think that's actually pretty cool. So if you go ahead and keep turning him around, look at more of the detail on it, you can see that it's like actually sit here, right here in the front. Overall, I think the level of detail on him is phenomenal. I mean, you've got good smooth movement in the knees. It doesn't click, it doesn't feel loose. You can see here on the toes, he's got articulation there. That looks good. You can see his legs kind of, if you move that out, they come out about that far. He can't quite do a complete split, but for a figure that's this bulky, that's actually really good. He's got arm motion about out to there, so it's not a ton. And then you've got motion here at the elbow, and then you can also rotate. Believe these rotate as well. Yeah, they're a little stiff, but you can see you've got a little bit of rotation here at the bicep, so that's good too. And then on the hands, you can see those move, and then these actually pop out. His hip articulation is about that. Nothing really stellar, but good motion to be able to get him where you need. And as you can see, since I'd already removed this, these braids come off like that, which I'm having a very hard time getting in focus. There we go, like that. So those actually come off of his shoulder. Overall, the articulation on him is really, really good. I feel like for the quality of figure he is. I'm going to try to keep this in focus while I get these back on. Come on, Bubba. Don't lose your bling. Don't lose your bling. So you can see he is a very, very good quality, very, very detailed figure. He does run you close to 80. If you want to get one, I feel like he's actually kind of worth it. Like I said, I wish they had added a few more parts for him, so that you could have seen those a little better, and done a few more dynamic things with him. I think there's a few ways to kind of work around it, and as you can see, I'm having trouble standing him right now as well, getting him back in shot. It was a little difficult for me to stand, but my area is not quite level, and that's more the problem than the figure. So I'm just going to hold him here for a little bit while I finish. But I'm going to pause here. I'm going to get some more shots of him. That way you guys can kind of see a few of the poses that you can get him in. I'm not the most phenomenal at this right now, but I'm planning to have some fun with this guy, and I hope you guys will stick around and kind of watch it while I get some good clean shots.